Hello world. I hope this video finds everybody doing good under the sound of my voice. I hope it finds you blessed and highly favored. And I hope you thank God for today. And we're going to live it day by day. Today, world, I want to touch on the topic. This topic here kind of disturbed me, man, because I'm quite sure people watching the news, they probably saw this. First of all, RIP to Shanquella Robinson. The 25-year-old young lady that lost her life in Mexico. And I want to touch on this, man, because it's a real touchy situation, man. I have kids, and if you have kids, you can understand and you can relate. And we do know that 25 years old that's very young. And no parent want to lose a kid at 25 years old. And I chose the topic, man, today. I just want to touch on Shanquella Robinson, and I just, my heart and my condolences go out to her family. I saw her daddy on the news trying to search for answers. And, I just want to touch on, man, friends. Because it's like, she trusted her friends, man. And I saw where her friends, they really murdered her. And, and I just saw how other friends just sat and watched. While some participated and the other friends sat and watched. I want to share this with somebody, man, because when I said it fell on my mind real strong, and I wasn't gonna touch on it, but I said I was running from it, but I gotta touch on it because my heart was I felt it, man. I felt for the parents, I felt for this young lady. Because from my understanding, she paid for 6 of her friends to go on a trip, and she paid for her own death. And that kind of disturbed me because even though she was making it, because she, from my understanding, she was a business person. She had multiple businesses, and she was really just trying to reach out and help and just take some of her friends along with her, and in result, she paid for her own death. And that stuck with me here because, I know we can't buy friends, and friends are hard to come by, even though you have some friends that we consider friends. But, man, you got to be went through a hell of a lot with a certain individual before you give them that title. Because, man, all you got to do is start making it, man. You and your friends, jealousy, envy, malice, and everything that's presented by friends, man, it surfaces when you sense to do good. So, man, you got to be careful when you give a person a title, your friend. Because like I said, she paid for 6 people to go on a trip, and her friends murdered her. And the other friends sat back and watched. I don't know, man, how I would have took that, because I'm like, if I was a friend and even seen my friends going wrong, and I knew I was in a situation where they was doing it around me, I would have stood back and let them just incriminate me in something that I didn't want to have no dealings with. Or it makes me think like, or was it something that they had already ordained before? I don't know, but I do know that any friend that sat back and watched that go on with another friend, even if they didn't have no dealings with what was going on, I couldn't do it. I couldn't just sit back and watch them do something to somebody that I would consider as a friend. So I want to touch on this because, man, I share with my sons, and I know we got to share with our kids. And, man, before you give a person a title or a friend, they really have to be on showing you something, some real signs of them being that. Because like I said, success, if some people see you going up the ladder, some people don't want to see you do that. And, jealousy is real. And, they don't want to see you make it to another level because they don't want to be left behind. They don't know if you will choose new friends, or because sometimes life will put you in with different people and they'll take you away from the rest. But in this situation, she wasn't allowed to even do that because in that breaking point, her friends that she chose to pay for a trip murdered her. So, like I said, man, my heart goes out to Shanquella Robinson, her father, her mother, her family, people that, that's mourning her death. And, I just watched the videos, man, they showed on the news, and I just hope that justice is served. But I really think justice is going to be served because, from my understanding, the friends, when they got back from the trip, they went to her parents' home and told her that it was alcohol poisoning. And now that the videos came out, Now they can't even hear from those people no more because they don't change they're not on social media no more. They just don't broke away from everything because in that the first thing I heard when I heard that, the first thing that showed me was guilt. Because, when you do wrong, God has a way of exposing you because that's the reason why that story didn't manifest itself because like God was going to expose them because he knew that he took advantage of a good person. So I had to touch on this because, man, I know the world is affected by it, and I got this platform, man. I'm gonna use it, because I do and like I said, I was really disturbed because, I just saw her friendship and she may have been sincere, but her friends wasn't, you know what I'm saying? And they took her to Mexico. They traveled to Mexico for them to take advantage of her, and some participated and the others sat back and watched. So I just want to just share with other people, man. When you say friend, you got to be to really encounter some things with them, and you can't give everybody that title as being a friend because if you reach any kind of form of success, friends will hate on you for no apparent reason. You be to show them love all your life, because man, I witnessed this myself. The people that you think that really be in your corner is the people that, man, are shit on you because they not really in the same light. They don't want to see you succeed. They rather see you down because the minute you start servicing up, they'll turn their backs on you for no apparent reason. And you've been to show them love all your entire life. But so I just want to let this be a lesson to other people, man, because before you say that's your friend, you better be able to encounter a lot of things with them because your friends will take you somewhere out far off and murder you, because jealousy, it really exists. And I just hope these people get justice for this, man. And I had to touch on it because, man, I was disturbed by it. And I do know that some parents don't lost their loved ones, man. Somebody tried to do a friendly gesture to their friends. And she lost her life because of it. So I just had to touch on it, man. I just want to send my prayers out to this family and anybody watching in that see this YouTube channel, man, we're going to pray for this family. We're going to uplift this family because this family took a critical hit. And we'll put out, and I learned to put myself in other people's shoes. I know I can't react out the fact that what they went through, but I just look at it, it could have been my own child this happened to. So, man, I just want to just send my heart goes out to this family, the whole Robinson family. I'm praying for you. I'm gonna uplift you in prayer every chance I get. Until y'all get justice. And I'm going to follow this story real carefully. And I just want everybody else that's listening in to this YouTube channel, man, just to pray for this family. Because they took a crucial loss. And, man, and this should be a lesson for people, man, that really trust people versus God. Because, man, your best friend ought to be the Lord, your Savior, Jesus Christ. He came home, bled, and died for you. And man, that should be the person that you look up to. Because, man, that's why I travel alone. I don't really do a lot of things with a lot of friends. Because, when you do good, or sometimes you may be the sense like you're doing a little better than them. They'll put you down for no apparent reason. And like I said, it should be a lesson to people that say they friends. They better be able to show you a lot. You better be able to count a lot of things with them. You better see you in some lowest terms as well as some good terms. That's how you can identify your friend. If you hit rock bottom and you're doing bad, they'll be there to help and lend a helping hand. That might be considered a friend because, man, the minute you try to, just to make any rise or just do anything to better yourself, that's when the friends will really show their real hands. And I witnessed it in their life myself. So, man, I just want this to be a lesson to people that's watching and listening in. And again, my heart goes out to the Shanquella Robinson family. And I'm going to lift you up in prayer. And everybody watching, we need to play our role. We need to lift this family up because they took a critical loss. And I just want to touch on this topic today, man. And I just pray that God be with your family and he be with you in a moment because I know he's needed in this situation, And I just hope that justice is served. And if those women did what people just saw on the videos, justice will be served because God, he presented that video for a particular reason. So they couldn't hide what they did because God had the way of exposing anyone that do wrong. So, my prayers go up to the family. And, I just want to encourage everybody that's listening in to pray for this family. And, we want to uplift somebody else in their time of need. And, like I said, I just hope justice is served. And I just want to encourage everybody listening in, because we got to deny ourselves for someone else. And we're supposed to stand in the gap when people take hits. So it's our duty to pray for people when they're going through difficult times. So I just dropped this, man. I just want to encourage everybody along the way that's listening in, that was impacted by this the same way I was, man. We're going to pray for this family. And until we get justice. And I want to encourage everybody to keep your eyes on the prize, because he's the one that's going to get this family through. And I'm just encouraging everybody to be blessed till the next time.